back to the Girly Go Bookworm. So today I'm filming a book haul. Today is actually September 25th. So this is my first video I'm filming since Sydney was born. So I'm sorry if I'm a little rusty. Yeah, so this is a book haul. I originally thought I was going to have like 2 books in this book haul. That's a funny story. So I had 2 pre-orders this month. I did not order any book of the month books because none of them really spoke to me when I was ordering them. Then if you watched my last vlog, you saw that I was really upset when my doctor canceled our post due date appointment, and I went a little crazy at the library and bought some books there. And then yesterday we took Sydney to Target because we had to pick up some things, and we were in the book area, and all of a sudden I saw buy 2 get 1 free, and I was like, yes please. It was one of those things where I was waiting till my birthday to buy a whole bunch of books, and it was Target saying, I challenge you to do this, and I was challenge accepted, and I walked away with 6 more books. Why? I don't know. A lot of them were books that I was planning on getting in my birthday book haul anyway, so at least now it'll be less books to buy for my birthday, I guess you can say. But yeah, so let's just get started. The 2 books I pre-ordered, the first one was Now You See Me by Chris McGeorge. He's the one who wrote Guess Who last year, which I really enjoyed. I know that Shelby did not necessarily like this book, so now I'm a little nervous going into it, but it's about this boy and his friends. I think they go down this tunnel, and then when they come out of the tunnel, he's the only one that's still alive, and they're trying to figure out what happened to the rest of the people that he went in the tunnel with, and I believe it's years later that they're trying to figure it out. I don't know. Just sounded interesting, and obviously because I liked his last book, I wanted to give this one a shot, so hopefully I'll like it. Then the book that I'm currently reading for contemporary thought actually right now is A Spark of Light by Jodi Picoult. This book came out last year, but I've been waiting for the paperback, and the paperback was released last week. So I just literally got it in the mail, and I'm already reading it. This follows a backwards timeline, so it starts at the end and goes to the beginning. And it's at an abortion clinic, and there's a gunman who has started holding people hostage there. And so it's kind of following all the different people that are in the clinic, and the people that were hostages, and the gunman, and the police officer who's trying to get the gunman to release the hostages is actually, he gets there and he finds out his daughter is actually in the clinic at the same time. So lots of drama. So I'm using this for my dark contemporary read right now. So I'm only the first chapter in, so 47 pages in. So far it's okay. Then the books that I got at the library. Most of these I know nothing about. I just literally grabbed. The first book I grabbed was Girl Last Seen by Nina Lauren. Again, I don't know anything about it. I guess it's about a little girl who goes missing. 2 girls missing 13 years apart. And Heather Gutenkopf quoted this, so I don't know, it just looked like one of those classic thrillers that back when this aesthetic was a thing, so I just grabbed it because you know me and thrillers, I can never have too many, so grabbed this one. Another thriller that I grabbed was The Safest Lies by Megan Miranda. I believe this is one of her YA versions of thrillers, because on the back is Fragment of the Lost. I know that one's her YA one. I believe this girl's mom hasn't left her house, and then she gets kidnapped or something like that. I don't know. We'll find out. I grabbed Sunburned by Laura Lippman. I feel like I saw this on someone's channel. That's why I ended up grabbing it, because I believe Laura Lippman is also a thriller novelist, because Lee Child commented on the back and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that this will be good. I believe it's this couple, they meet together and they have an affair, and then someone dies, and then they have to figure out who's lying, I guess. With cat and mouse. I just caught that terminology in there, so if you know anything about these, please let me know. I grabbed a historical fiction, which is Tigers in Red Weather. I've seen this around, but I've never really picked it up. But lately, you know, I've been into that, like, historical fiction-ness. So I figured it was another one to put in my shelf. I believe it also takes place around the 1960s. I see the word Hollywood, new marriages. It says, brilliantly told with the tempestuous elegance of F. Scott Fitzgerald and the suspenseful long longing of Patricia Highsmith. So I'm assuming it says, is an almost unbearably compelling story of liars, lust, and secrets. We'll see. Do you know anything? It's gorgeous. That's for sure. So, if anything else, it's that. And then I got these two books. I don't remember if there's going to be like a third book or if it's just a duology at this point, but I ended up grabbing The Dry by Jane Harper and Force of Nature by Jane Harper. I believe these take place in Australia, which makes me kind of excited. I've like almost picked them up and put them down quite a few times at this library, but normally they have just The Dry. And when they had both there, even though this is an ex-library copy, I was like, I don't care. Sign me up. I'll take them. So hopefully they are good. I think it's like a guy who's an agent and he hasn't been back home in a really long time. And then there's a like something comes up with murders and stuff like that, and he kind of has to go back. And I don't know how this one's related. I don't know if they're companion novels, like if it's just like the detective follows the same, like if it's like this detective and then there's a detective in here, or if their storylines connect. So I'm not gonna like look at this one yet because I'm too scared of spoiling myself. And then the last book I got at the library was The Storyteller by Jodi Picoult. I don't necessarily like love this cover. There's one that I like better. I think it's the mass market paperback with like the spoon in a bowl. But I definitely heard someone talk about this recently. I can't remember who it was now, but she raved about it and that this is like one of her favorite Jodi Picoult books. So I figured I would give it a shot. And it sounds like there's a baker in here, and anytime there's a baker, I always love it. So I'm excited to get to this one. Then, like I said, my Target books. I got 3 YA novels and 3 adult novels. Just, it's how that ended up working out. I didn't do that really on purpose, but it is what it is. And the one nice thing is like the adult books were all like similar in price, and then the YA books were all similarly in price, so it worked out. The 3 adult novels I got The Other Woman by Sadie Jones. I just read The First Mistake by her and really, really enjoyed it, so I really wanted to get my hands on her first novel. I haven't heard the best things about this one, but we're going to give it a shot. Then this one was like a fluke buy, I feel like. This one I literally just saw Shelly post on Instagram and I instantly just needed to have it. And that is The Flight Girls by Noelle Salazar. Another historical fiction. I believe it follows these 3 women Air Force service pilots during World War II. I don't know why. I just needed to have this one. And then the last one that I got for adult is Her One Mistake by Heidi Parks. And this is another one that Shelby was reading. I feel like Shelby is just the reason for everything lately. So this book follows a woman who is like babysitting 2 kids. And one of the kids gets kidnapped and goes missing. So that sounds interesting. And then my 3 YA novels. The first one is the one that I've been like dying to get my hands on. And that is American Royals by Katherine McGee. For some reason, I did not realize when this came out that this is Katherine McGee, which is the author of the 1000th Floor series. If I knew that, I would have pre-ordered this. But because I didn't pre-order it, I felt guilty buying it after the fact. So I was waiting for like a book haul or like my birthday to buy this. But then obviously this was in the buy 2 get 1 free. And I was like, yes, please. I believe this follows like if America had a royal family. It's interesting though because I see this marketed as contemporary, but if it's something that's not realistic because we don't have a royal family, like wouldn't that be considered a fantasy still kind of? I don't know, but I see a lot of people reading it right now for Contemporary-thon, and I've seen a lot of people rave about it. And I love the 1000th Floor series, so I'm hoping that I will love this one as well. And then this one makes no sense. If you know me as a reader, it kind of doesn't make sense. But I just saw that this book was optioned for a movie. I saw Riley Marie give it like 4 or 5 stars. In the movie, it's supposed to have Michael B. Jordan, who was in Black Panther. Apparently he's either in it or he's directing it or something. So apparently that made me need to have it. And that is Kingdom of Souls by Rena Barron. I'm not the biggest fantasy fan lately, but I felt like I just needed to have this. I wish I knew there was a snake on the back because that freaked me out for a second. But yeah, I believe this is about a girl who is supposed to have magic powers, and they've been waiting for them to show up, and they're not showing up. So then she decides to kind of get magic powers the wrong way by going and like selling years off of her life or something like that to get it. And then kids from her kingdom start going missing, and I don't know, it sounds really interesting. So we'll see when I get to this one, but is what it is. And then the last time I bought books at Target, I bought another book by this author and really enjoyed it. So I wanted to try something else by her. And I grabbed Two Can Keep a Secret by Karen M. McManus. She wrote One of Us is Lying, and I really enjoyed that one. And I know the sequel is coming out in January, so I wanted to pick up this one, which it has no relation to it. But I thought that it would be fun to read since I liked the other one so much. I don't really know. I believe it's like a town that's obviously keeping secrets. Her aunt has gone missing. Somebody, like a homecoming queen, was killed. Like there's a lot of secrets, but I don't really know too much about it. So, I mean, thriller novels, I never really want to know too much. So that's that. So those are all the books that I shouldn't have bought, but bought this month. Luckily I didn't spend too much. Like I got some good deals, especially with the buy 3 get 3 free, and like my library, I think I spent like $8 for all of those books, if that. So I didn't do too shabby. So like I said, especially with the books that I got from the library, if you know anything about them, please let me know down below, and I will definitely see you guys really soon. Bye everybody.